Hi guys, Frost here, welcome back. Today we're going to have a different video. So what we have here, it's an 8 to 10 years old PC, a couple of old PC parts and some new, and we're going to try to build a rig similar to what was like in 2009, 2010, something like that, and to see if we can get the classic WoW running and to see how many frames we can get, because I know for a fact that a lot of you guys out there are planning to either buy a new PC for the upcoming release of Classic or maybe try to upgrade theirs. So probably this is gonna be a series, but first we're gonna start with a very old PC. Now I bought this PC a couple of years ago for someone and they recently made an upgrade, so I got the PC back. And we're going to try to make it work and see the results we got. But first, let me make coffee. This is some good coffee. So, what we have here, it's an i3 540 processor. I think it's the first generation of Intel processors. It has 4 cores. Actually, I think it's 2 real cores and 2 virtual cores, so it's not necessarily a quad core. I think this is a $10 CPU inside, featuring a P7H55 Asus motherboard and some really dirty components. As you can see here, we have lots of dust, and if you can see around the cooler, it's not receiving any air at this point because it's bad cable management. And I think we can make it work. I think we can make it work for Classic. Other than that, we have 2 sticks of. I'm thinking these are 8 gigabytes of RAM, 2 sticks of 4 each, DDR3. I'm not sure, it's not written on them if they're 4 or 8 gigabytes, but I'm pretty sure they're 4 gigabytes. So what we have here, it's a 9800 GT with a connector that I have no idea where to plug it, but we're going to figure out this together. And the only investment I got for this PC, it's a hard drive, an SSD, 120 gigabytes. This is new. It was like $20–25, something like that, and I think this will make the PC run a bit faster and so on. So, without further ado, let's start building. this is weird. What is the alignment? Okay, so we needed an extension. We're gonna pull it on the other side. And voila. We get this one connected. Hopefully it works. Okay, let's plug it in. So we have this two SATA plug. This is the DVD writer plugged. We have the hard plug, 24 pin CPU, the cooler for the CPU. We're lacking the piece of resistance. This is the GT900 80 9800, Jesus. And we're going to try to adjust it here. And there we go. It slides in perfectly. It's a match made in heaven. Now we need to find the two screws. Okay. No. It's never gonna work because I don't have a good screwdriver. Let's try with a classic screwdriver. Might work easier. Yeah, there we go. You don't really need those clamps. This is not a heavy card, but I guess it can create like vibrations and noises in the PC if your shit isn't screwed up together. Okay, so we're done with the build. I put some tape over the power supply cables because I don't like those colored power supply cables. We added the SSD. We put the memory. We set the CPU cooler, and we added the graphics card. The problem here is that this 2-pin connector, I found out what it's used for. Apparently it's an HD audio for HDMI input. So if you want to plug your monitor with HDMI, you need this to be plugged into the motherboard in order to get audio through HDMI, which I don't think we'll need because we'll use an old port. And I think I'm gonna get rid of this soon. There we go. It makes the build a bit more cleaner. One problem we had with this PC is that we didn't have enough airflow, and that's why we had so much dust in it and so much dirt actually. So it didn't have any fans previously before this. It didn't even have an exhaust fan. I don't have those 80 millimeter fan. I threw them all away. And I don't have in front of the panel a place to put fans. As you can see, it's empty, and this is like pretty useless. So I came up with a solution. Hopefully it will work. Okay, the build is done. Let's power it up and see if it goes. I don't want to embarrass myself. So, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, it's working. It's working. Okay. What do we press to enter BIOS? F2, F... Yay! So we're back. We got the PC up and running. We installed Windows 10. I had so many issues with it, like I tried to boot it from USB drives, but apparently this Asus motherboard doesn't read those drives, they're too new or something, and I just couldn't install Windows from the USB drive. So then I had to search my house for this DVD writer. I had to write a Windows 10 copy into a DVD and then install it, and finally I made it. It was a pain in the ass. But as you can see, we have it running, and I'm actually quite amazed. Due to the SSD being installed, the PC boots up so fast, and if you open, I don't know, something like a YouTube page, goes instantly almost in it. Well, it's not perfect. It's not like my Ryzen or something, but it's going pretty well, and you just open shit and it starts. So if you're using this old PC for multimedia and so on, it's perfect. So yeah, pretty cool. I checked everything so far. This is a Core i3 540, and it's normally running at 3.1 megahertz, but for some reason it's going on the multiplier between 9 and 23, so I get these spikes. But I guess I can fix this from BIOS, and I can probably even overclock it a bit, just slightly, so it's permanently in 3.2 or 3.3 gigahertz. I cannot push it too hard because I'm using the default stock cooler. Apparently the memory, I have only 4 gigabytes, so they're 2 sticks of 2 each. They weren't 8 gigabytes. And the memory it's running at 1300 and something, because CPU-Z only shows 1 DRAM frequency instead of doubling it, so it's running double at this speed. The graphics card, Gainward 900 GT. The technology is 65 nanometers. Jesus Christ, this is so old. It's like 10 years old or even more, this graphics card. In terms of temperatures, the CPU is sitting between 40 and 50 in idles, which tells me that the Intel default stock cooler it's pretty bad. And yeah, like we said, let's test World of Warcraft, see how it runs. Let's go. So keep in mind, this is like an $80 PC build. Like, I'm not even sure if it's $80. The CPU online it's like $10. The motherboard could be $10 to $20 at most. So the only new part in this PC it's the SSD, which was $25. So I'm pretty sure this PC is under $100 if you try to purchase it from Newegg or somewhere else. So we got into the game. Wow, holy shit! This actually feels pretty smooth. Let's check the frames. 60 frames per second. I don't believe it. Like, oh my god. So if you need to buy a new PC, I don't know. First check yours if it works. I have a feeling that due to the information we got from the demo, I think the new Classic WoW will be even more optimized, so I don't think it will be required, a strong PC, but this is not what... This is good for questing and leveling and so on, but the real challenge will be in Stormwind. Now, incoming Stormwind entrance music. So we're gonna go in front of the auction house, see if there are a lot of people there, because then we can have a good understanding how this will work in raids and in group environments where the FPS usually drops. So far so good. if you would play with this PC right now for questing or leveling, it would be perfect. There we go. We had a spike. It went to 62, but right now it's locked at 60. Oh, there we go. FPS is starting to drop. Some shuttering. Oh boy. 26 frames, 24, 18. This is the authentic classic WoW experience. Jesus Christ, 22. Okay, okay. Oh my god, what the hell is going on here? So we're seeing an FPS drop, but it's not that bad. It's actually playable. It's kind of troubling to the eyes. I can feel it. But still, if you would have had those frames per second or this PC back in 2006, you would have been like the best raider ever. No lag, no nothing. There we go. It's between 20 and 40 right here. It doesn't go under 20 though. That's very good. And we don't have that many shutterings. But I'm assuming that if we're in a raid environment where everyone is casting and bosses cast AoE spells and so on, I think this could shutter and so on. But so far it's playable. What can I say? $80 PC for playing classic WoW. You get the point. So yeah, this PC was not made actually for classic WoW. This PC was made for my niece. She needs one because she's going soon to school, and they receive CDs and so on to learn English and whatever. And she doesn't have a PC, only like tablets and phones and so on. So I made this PC. Hope it's gonna be useful. Okay, let's get out of the game. I'm so happy that this worked so well. Like, you could actually play and level a character on this PC. Now, in terms of raiding a PvP, like we said, probably not. But if you want to level, if you want to get to 60, you can do it. It's one of the cheapest PC you can make today. If you have like $100 more, with $200 you would make a beast of a PC to run classic WoW. So I would say this project is a success. And yeah, what do you guys think? What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you very much. See you next time.